What's up guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to replace the toilet flange. The toilet flange that we have right now, it's sticking up, it's about a full inch too high, maybe a little more. And the reason why is because we're doing a remodel, we ripped out all of the old flooring, we put in some new pre-finished flooring. The new flooring is only about a 1/4 inch thick, so now the toilet flange is sticking up, just too high. We can't put a wax ring on it, we can't put the toilet back on it. We're gonna have to remove it and just do a new one. Unfortunately, you can't just pop it out and put in a new one. You gotta cut it out. So I'm gonna teach you how to do this. I'm gonna show you how to do a whole new toilet flange. It's gonna be done right and it's gonna be simple. You can do this. It's not that hard. Let's go. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna show you this toilet flange. It's old, it's crusty, it could be reused, but it's just too high to put a wax ring and a toilet on, so we're gonna have to replace it. So, here we go. First thing you need to know though, before you go buy your materials, do you have a 3-inch pipe or a 4-inch pipe? Okay, measure that from the inside of the pipe over. I got a 3. You need to know that before you go buy your new flange, okay? Because your new flange, the base part of the flange is going to fit inside the hole, so you need to make sure you get the right one. Okay? Okay, here we go. We're going to go over the just basic materials, tools that you're going to need to do this. It's really not much. Okay, first of all, you got a drill, and you see this bit? These are awesome. Best thing ever invented. This is all you need to cut your pipe out. Any plumbing supply place is going to have these. They'll hook you up. Just one of these big tips for your drill is all you need to cut that plastic pipe out. You don't have to go get out the grinder and go buy a new grinder blade and do all that. I mean, look at this. These are so awesome. Okay. See that? Like a little miniature skill saw blade. Fits right inside the pipe. Goes around. Love these. Okay. So you get your pipe cut out, got your flange. I got my 3-inch flange because the base is 3 inches thick. Comes with rubber washers around it, so it's going to make an airtight fit. You need to get one. You don't have to get this brand, but I mean, as long as it has some rubber washers around the base of it, so when you slide it in, it's going to give you that, airtight fit. Grab some of this stuff, heavy duty plumber sealant. Put a nice big fat bead of caulk around the base of this before you put it in. Okay, nice thick, large size bead all the way around, so when you slide it in, it'll bond and kind of give you that airtight fit and glue it down. And once we slide our flange in, it's going to be all the way down tight to the floor, but it's going to be, up a 1/4 inch, which is fine. But that also means that you don't have to get one of those big heavy duty wax rings. Just your smaller size 1/2 inch wax ring is all you need. Okay? Okay, I just went over the basic materials that you're going to need. It's really not much. And here we go. We're about to cut this out. You can see how this just easily, you go around. You can see right where the level is, where it's going to be flush with the floor. Go around, cut that out, pull it out. We're going to do that now. Okay guys, here we go. I just cut the pipe with my awesome drill bit and drill. Now these drill bits are awesome, like I said, but the only problem is on a toilet flange, you have the flange that fits inside the pipe, so you have almost a 1/2 inch thick section of pipe to cut through. So with your drill and your bit, you're going to get most of it, but for that last little bit, you're going to have to probably get out a hammer and a small chisel. You could use a screwdriver too, and just kind of work your way around. So tap it till it goes in a little bit, make it go over 1 inch, tap it again so you can see it kind of cut through the pipe. Just make your way around, okay? About 1 inch at a time, and it'll pop right off. Okay, here we are. Like I said, that drill bit worked great. Just a few taps with a hammer and chisel and it popped right off. So we're good to go. Nice clean cut, straight, flush with the floor. Also, you should know before you start this project, some rubber gloves, bam, are great. This stuff, I mean that wax from the wax ring, it gets all over everything. It's really sticky and gooey, gets all over your hands, gets on everything. So yeah, rubber gloves are great for this. I'm just throwing all my stuff on some paper towels so it doesn't get on the floor. I don't have a garbage here next to me. This house is empty. So yeah, keep a little garbage or something like this, because you don't want to put this stuff on your countertops or your floors. It's all sticky and gooey. Yeah. Okay guys, got the flange ready. Nice big old fat bead of goop around the base. Okay, let's stick this baby in. Before we pop this in, you should know that when you first pull your toilet, you should stuff a bunch of like paper towels or old rags in there, and that way, you know, a bunch of dirt and junk won't get down inside your pipe. I didn't do that, but it was like that when I got here. There was already some stuff in there. So I just got out my vacuum cleaner, vacuumed it out, we're fine. So, yeah, vacuum all that out before you put this flange in. You want that to be clean. You don't want a bunch of stuff built up in there. Okay, now watch this. You can see how with that rubber washer, this just makes it snug, airtight, perfect fit. Okay guys, I had a little situation here, and it's a situation that you may or may not face. My 3-inch pipe, it goes down just about maybe 3 inches, and then it curves over. And so when you buy one of these new flanges, the base of that flange, it sticks down pretty far. It's pretty long. And so when I go to put it in, it goes down to that curved part, and then it stops and it won't go in any further. So it was still sticking up about at least 3/4 of an inch. Not good. But if that happens to you, don't stress. Cut an inch off your pipe. You can use a handheld saw, hacksaw, sawzall. You know, it's just plastic. I have one of these handheld sawzalls that I got from Home Depot. I love it. You can hold it with one hand. Best sawzall I ever had. I love that thing. So easy fix. And your rubber washer, this red rubber washer, simply pull that off, cut it, and just put it right back on. Okay, totally reusable. You're still totally good to go. Okay, let's pop this baby on one more time. My goop is still in good condition. My nice 1/2-inch bead of goop. All right, there we go. Now it fits all the way in there perfectly. Perfect, we are good. Okay guys, before you screw it down, you gotta make sure that your toilet flange is lined up right. Measure from your wall to here. The center of my toilet flange, the center of that hole is right at 1 foot, right at 12 inches. So that means you want this part, okay? See how it's got this big fat part and then the skinny part right here? You want this skinny part to be lined up right at 12 inches too. It's important because your screw goes in here and then it slides in. And you want that locked in there just like that. And that needs to be right at that 12-inch. So it's right in the middle of everything, okay? It's important because that's what's gonna hold your toilet. So I know that right around here, that's 12 inches. Right around here also 12 inches. So it's gonna be right in the middle because that's where the toilet bolts are going. That's where the toilet's gonna go. Okay? So that's what it should look like. You need to know that before you screw this flange down. Okay guys, I got it screwed down. Now I didn't have to pre-drill before I put my screws in, but if this new flooring would have went all the way underneath this flange, then I would have pre-drilled, you know, just some little 1/2-inch pre-drilled holes all the way around before I put the screws in, just to get the screws started. But I didn't need to do that because the subfloor is exposed and it's right there, and I can easily drive my screws right into that. I recommend using 1 5/8" screws. Use screws that don't rust, maybe exterior screws or whatever screws you use. Just should probably use screws that aren't going to rust. If I had some good, strong, heavy-duty screws, I suppose I could just do 2 on each side and call it done, but I just went ahead and put screws in every hole all the way around just to give it that extra strength. But guess what? We're done. We're done. You did it. Right on, guys. I hope that this video helps you. When I made this video, I made it for those of you who have never done a toilet flange before. And you're probably thinking, should I try to do this myself? Should I call a plumber? Well, it's not that complicated. Once you've done one, you'll see that, you know, it's not so bad. And if you would have called a plumbing company out, like Southwest Plumbing or Beacon Plumbing or whoever, I mean, they would have charged you a lot. They're really expensive. I once had a quote for $450 for a basic plumbing repair that was about a half-hour long repair, and it's just like, oh my God. So I really hope that this video got you through it, and if you got it done because of my video, you know, let me know. You know, share a comment. We're gonna install the toilet right now. We're gonna keep going with this video, so I'm gonna show you how to install the toilet too, so the whole thing will be done, 100%. Toilet is up and running. Let's go. Okay, your wax ring, you just need a small size wax ring. Your toilet flange is already going to be about a 1/4 inch above the floor, so you just need your basic small size 1/2 inch wax ring. And if you don't have toilet bolts, you can just reuse the old ones, you know, from your old toilet if you have them. Otherwise, you're going to have to run and grab a couple of these toilet bolts. These wax ring kits, sometimes they come with bolts, sometimes they don't. So yeah, I want to check on that when you go buy it. But okay, we got our wax ring on. Just your small size 1/2 inch thick wax ring is all you need. We got our bolts on, ready to put the toilet on. One thing you should know, when you open up your little pack of toilet bolts, you're going to see this little plastic washer in there. See that little guy right there, that plastic washer around the base? You put your bolt in place and you slide that washer over the top of it, and it holds it in place, and that way when you're putting your toilet on, it'll kind of stay there and it won't fall over. So those are pretty handy for those of you who don't know. That's what those are for. Alright, let's put the toilet on. Okay, here we go. Toilet's in. So yeah, the other thing about this repair is you need to be strong enough to pick up a toilet. So anyway, I was able to lift up the toilet, hold it over the top of the toilet bolts, line it up, and carefully lower it down. You can feel it hit that wax ring. It's going to be maybe a 1/2 inch above the flooring, and you can feel your toilet, you know, it's not touching the floor, it's kind of sitting up because it hits that wax ring. And then you just kind of carefully move the toilet side to side real carefully, and it'll lower down and become flat to the floor, and that lets you know that that wax ring is doing its job. You got an airtight fit. Slide your little metal washer over the top of your bolt, put the bolt on, tighten it down on both sides. Grab your water line, simply screws to the bottom of the toilet. It comes in with a built-in, you know, rubber washer on the inside of that, so just tighten it up tight, and this should be all you need to do. Then, last but not least, do a bead of caulking around the base of the toilet. Put your plastic cap on your bolt so it looks nice, and you're done. Now a lot of times that bolt is sticking up too far, so you can make sure to buy bolts that are the size you need, but really I would just take my Sawzall and a hacksaw blade on my Sawzall and just cut those carefully, you know, not to gouge up your toilet. But yeah, it's pretty common for those to be pretty long. Yeah, hacksaw blade on a Sawzall, trim those down, put your plastic cap on, good to go. We're good, we're done, it works. Woo-hoo! Yeah, baby. Done. Boom. Okay guys, we're done. I hope this video helps you. I really hope that you were able to get that flange done, get your toilet back on, up and running. You just saved yourself a lot of money. Plumbers are expensive. So I hope this helps you. If it did, don't forget to subscribe and like, and there's gonna be more videos coming. I'm a remodeling contractor, 27 years, and I'm gonna be doing more videos. It's gonna be all videos that are all about basically the most common problems that a homeowner is gonna face and have to deal with. You know, just kind of helping you tackle the most common problems that, you know, eventually, you know, if you're a homeowner, you're gonna have to deal with it. So, all right, see you later. Don't forget to subscribe.